I personally think we should be eating many more of these beautiful little mussels. They're full of flavour, full of omega-3, so they're healthy for you, and they're such a fast, easy meal to do. You can even do it in the middle of the week. Now, you know that they're alive and fresh when you just press on it and they start to close up, just like this one's doing. That's a sign of a really good mussel. Also, they'll have a little bead on them. That's where they attach to the rope when they're growing. So we do need to just remove that just before we start to cook them. And then give them a scrub. These ones are super clean. Now I've got a big wide pan here. This is fantastic because it means that they're going to cook fast and they're not going to be piled on top of each other. So we're going to heat this up. There are so many different ways that you can cook mussels. They're really versatile. They lend themselves really well to Asian flavours and also Mediterranean flavours like I'm going to be doing today. This is my mussels in a rich chilli and tomato sauce. And so I'm just going to dice this onion. This is quite a large onion, but I do want to taste it in it, so we're going to use the whole lot here. So we'll finish that last chop. And with a good glug of really nice olive oil, we're going to add that to the pan, and we want to saute our onions in that. So in our onions go. Wonderful. And I've got 2 anchovies here that I'm just going to just chop up. You can leave them out, but it's going to give an extra meaty flavour and slight saltiness. Now the mussels are salty, so I'm not going to be adding too much salt until I taste it at the end. Now for some chilli and some garlic. We'll just bruise that garlic and roughly slice it up. This is a really fast, quick sauce to put together. Within 15 minutes, this is done. If you want to really bulk this out, you can actually serve this with some pasta. You can have the pasta going and you'd be cooking this at the same time, and everything can come together within 15 to 20 minutes. Now I've got a really long chilli here, and to best monitor how spicy it is, simply have a taste of a little piece and you can see if it's really, really hot or more peppery. This one's actually peppery, so I'm going to use the whole lot, seeds and membrane, and I'm just going to slice it. Now that can go in with our onions and our garlic there. Give that another little toss. I'm also going to add some thyme. Because I want this to be really non-fuss, I'm just going to throw a few of these sprigs in. And now to deglaze, so a good glug of white wine for this. In it goes. And now we're just going to allow that to reduce slightly, cook down, so we don't have that raw white wine flavour. As soon as it starts to smell beautiful, I'm going to add 1 can of chopped tomatoes and just allow it to simmer for about 10 minutes before we add our mussels. Now let's have a look at these tomatoes. Fantastic. You can see that it's concentrated. Because these mussels carry a little bit of water, it's going to add to the sauce. So in they go. Love that sound. Now you need a pan just like this that has a lid that seals in all of those flavours. So that's really tight, and that'll allow them to steam and open up. Now in about 2 minutes, I'm going to give it a really good shake just to make sure that they're all opening evenly. And then it is ready. Now giving them a few shakes, so let's have a look. Voila. Oh, the smell, it's just sensational. You can see all of them have opened. They're plump inside. I love how it catches the chilli there and a bit of the tomato sauce. These are just perfect. Now, the myth is you should throw out mussels that are still closed, but I don't believe that. I think these days we all know the mussels that are still closed haven't hit the heat for long enough, so you can either leave them in there for longer or just use a little knife to open it. The key to looking for a bad mussel is the smell. If it smells pretty dodgy, it probably is. And you can see, look how much sauce has developed there. If you want to get this to become a really thick sauce, just reduce it a little longer after taking the mussels out. And I could probably finish a whole bowl of these just as is because they're just so addictive. So we'll pour the last few on there. And I'm just going to grab my pan and in actual fact just pour some of those juices over, because what you need is a big spoon, almost drink this broth as a soup at the end there. I can garnish it with a little bit more fresh thyme. And these are just splendid as is. I like a little bit of crusty bread on the side just to dip into that sauce at the last minute. I'm gonna have a taste. These beautiful plump mussels. Honestly, if you haven't made your own mussels at home, you must give it a go. 15 minutes, it's done, it's healthy, and it is so scrumptious.